Thank you guys for having me. Like he said, I grew up in a suburb of Seattle, over there on the West Coast. Any Beaver fans in here? Didn't think so. My athletics took me from high school to college at Oregon State University. I was the man on campus in high school. I played quarterback, did track, played basketball, thought I was this, that, and the other thing. Was raised in the church, but then later in my career in high school, I started being drawn away from church and drawn towards sports practices and just, kind of just got rid of all my priorities and kind of just rearranged them based on what I thought my future would be. And that was just athletics and making sure I got to college to do whatever I could. So, I kind of got away from God, just started, doing whatever I could to propel myself in the athletic realm. Was real straight edge, never did anything bad throughout high school, and got to college, and that all changed. I got away from mom and dad, got away from my brothers, who had a great example, set for me when I was at home. Got to college and just started making the wrong decisions. Got involved with the wrong crowd. I mean, a lot of you guys know that, bad company can ruin good character. You've all had those friends that you've been with that have, they were your homie back then, and then now they go over here and start hanging out with this person, and you totally lose them. You know what I'm saying? They just go off the deep end. They were following Christ. They were doing the best things in their life, and then just lost it. Got caught up in drugs and alcohol, and that's exactly what I did. Got at Oregon State and, had never really experimented with things, and suddenly things were getting pushed in my face. People were saying, hey, you know what? Mommy and Daddy aren't here to stop you from doing this anymore. So I was like, hey, you know what? No one's going to find out. Give me that. So, take a hit on the moon, trying to live life like a Wiz Khalifa video, and that gets me in trouble, you know what I'm saying? So, I really would not be where I am today without God's role in my life. I was real lost, my freshman year, get to Oregon State. I was a walk-on, so that was a big leap of faith. I'd been praying about it when I was in high school and really just asked God to just be with me through my whole journey. He got me to Oregon State. I ended up starting as a freshman and earning a scholarship after that year. So, God, through all my disobedience, still had a hand in my success and was able to, raise me up and put me in a place where I could still be successful in athletics and give him the glory. I was able that year to be asked by a friend of mine, a real good friend of mine, the kicker on our team, said, hey, Johnny, I'm going to a Bible study. He knew that I was a believer in high school, but knew I'd kind of got caught up with the wrong crowd. So he said, hey, why don't you come with me? Tuesday nights, we're going over to this guy's house. He just has a bunch of guys over, no big deal. We're going to talk a little bit about the Word. He's going to have some free dinner. I was there. As soon as he said dinner, that's how a lot of guys work. You bring food, they'll be there. So that's how they got me there, and, I was hooked. It was something that I was trying to fill a void in my life, drugs and alcohol, chasing girls around, trying just to make sure I impressed everybody instead of living a godly life. And I just had my eyes opened by this man that was speaking at this guys group. He said, you have to be a well-rounded young man if you want to live a well-rounded future. So I was thinking, what am I putting into my life right now that's gonna make me a successful man, make me a successful father, make me a successful coach if I want to be a coach in the future, make me a successful role model for kids that are young? And I said, really nothing. So what am I doing? What am I doing that's gonna set me up for success in the future? And so I just really had to get on my knees and say, God, here I am. I've been gone for so long, and just take me back. And God just accepted me back in his arms, lovingly, just as he does every time. Have I been perfect since then? No. But do I know that God, is my source of strength and is there for me when I'm weak and is there for me when I need a shoulder to cry on? Without a doubt. And, I've been through a lot of things since then, but I've had, a lot of brothers that I've met through this Bible study and on the team that I've been able to meet with that have really helped me out. So, one of the biggest things that helped me out was just the courage of a friend. He talks about stepping up and being a man, being the woman. If you want to have courage, really take that step of faith and ask a friend that's struggling. Say, hey, do you want to come with me to church? Hey, do you want to talk about something that's going hard in your life? 'Cause there's nothing more that person wants than for you just to come to them and ask them, because they're not going to be the ones to break down and come to you out of the blue. You got to ask them, and they'll open up like a book. So I just ask you to take that step of faith. Don't be afraid, because you never know if you'll change someone's life just like my friend changed mine. So, thank you guys for having me. God bless all of you.